Record. Okay, so this lesson is a little bit shorter, just because you know that we're looking for the two variables. That's something that we had to start with substitution, so this one's going to go a little bit faster. So in elimination, you're going to be adding or subtracting the equations. So you're going to make the decision whether you add or subtract them. You good? Really? Okay. So the whole
Yo, happy birthday, Steven, man.
And then happy birthday, Steven. Let's shut up.
Yo, meet me in the bathroom after school, man.
Now, let's be mature and focus on the lesson. Miss Cameron, read it back.
Okay, so I'm going to just start asking people to leave, okay? Because I would like to get through this lesson. Not that I don't appreciate it's your birthday, but let's keep rolling with this. So I'm going to ask people to leave. I'm going to ask people to leave if I can't continue on. Can you focus on the math? And if you can't, that's okay. Okay, so the whole point of this is when we add or subtract the equations, we eliminate one of the variables. So if we look at this one, if we add or subtract them, so essentially what we're looking for is for them to have the same coefficient. Either the x's to have the same coefficient or the y's to have the same coefficient. It doesn't matter, but one of them you've got to pick to have the same coefficient. 3 and 5, not the same number. 4 and 6, not the same number. So what do you want to eliminate first, y or x? You guys pick. Doesn't matter to me.
Y.
Okay, we're going to eliminate x. So what LCD does 3 and 5 go into? 15. So our goal is to get a coefficient of 15. So what do I need to multiply 3 by to get it to 15?
Wait, which one are we doing?
5.
Which one are we doing? The first one? The first two.
Like this is, a system involves two equations.
Alright.
Okay. So we're going to take the first equation of the system and we're going to times everything by 5. Because we're just really worried about the x, but if we do it to this one, we have to do it to all the terms. Because we need the x's to have the same coefficient. So this one we're going to times by 3.
Wait. Why are you doing that?
Okay, can we just, you know what? If you have no desire to pay attention, then just don't interrupt.
I have no clue.
Okay, then maybe try to follow along instead of opting out.
Multiply the terms by...
Oh my God.
So my whole goal for this, you guys decided that you were getting rid of the x. You said that we wanted to get rid of the x. So my whole goal was to get the x coefficients to be the exact same thing. Got it? That's why I multiplied the first one by 5 and the second one by 3. But you have to do it to every term. So now that these are the same, if they're the exact same, we're going to subtract these two equations. So what is 15x minus 15x? 0. That was our goal, was to get rid of x. That's hence the name elimination. We're eliminating that variable. Okay, so subtracts are a little bit hard because you got to remember what you're doing. So we have negative 20 minus a negative 18. So I'm just going to write that here. Negative 20 subtract a negative 18. What do I get? Nope.
Positive 2, negative 2.
Negative 2.
Oh, minus negative 8.
right? So this is why I wrote it like this, because negative 20 minus a negative is going to turn into negative 20, add the opposite sign. Okay, what's 35 minus 24? Are you sure? Perfect. Okay, now I need to solve for y. Divide by what kind of 2? How about a negative 2?
Why? Because you have to add another step.
What?
If you're dividing by negative 2, you have to add by another step, don't you?
What do I have to add? What?
Subtract negative 18 and make it positive 2, right?
Yeah? No, negative 20 plus 18. Negative 20 plus 18, so it's a negative 2. Okay. So would you guys all agree that my answer is negative 11 over 2? Which, if you wanted to put it as a decimal, is negative 5.5. All right. So we solve for one variable. All you're going to do is take this and put it back into an original equation where you see y. Okay? So I picked the first one just because it had smaller numbers, but it will work if you put it into either of them. That is not correct. It's 3x.
3x minus 4, negative 11 over 2.
What? We eliminated the x first. So what do I do now? No, we just got to solve for x. Minus 22 on both sides. 4 times negative 5.5 is 22. But it would be a negative negative, so it changes to an add.
Do you have to change to a decimal?
No. You'll get the same answer, won't you?
I'm not.
Oh, maybe, is it not 22?
22.
Yeah, it's 22. Because if I take negative 11 over 2 and I times it by 4, okay, thanks. Negative 5. Good catch. So my answers are y is equal to negative 5.5 and x is equal to a negative 5. So what do you prefer? Elimination? Substitution?
Substitution.
That was the one we did on the board before the lesson started. Okay. Do you guys think you can do the next one? Yeah? Let's all agree what we're going to eliminate.
Yes.
Okay, we're going to eliminate x. So what do they all need to have? 10. Are you copying down these notes?
And the last action.
I feel like you're doing an assignment.
I'm gonna go back
Oh, okay. You expanded too far? Sorry.
I'm trying to write small and I'm just
Did we all get here? Okay, so if we're getting rid of the x's, they're both 10. So the way to get rid of them, they're both positive 10. We have to subtract again. No, if they're different signs, you'd add them. So if it was one was a negative 10 and one was a positive 10, you would add them.
Okay, I see.
Did you guys? $15 subtract a negative 8. I'm not going to change that one. I'm going to leave it as a fraction. I know it can't reduce because 23 is a prime number, so, and 23 doesn't go evenly into 52. And if it's going to be irrational, I don't want decimals because that's just a whole bunch of numbers I don't want. Are you done? Pardon? Oh, okay. Okay, perfect. Thanks. Indeed, that was fast. Okay, what do I do now? What do I do with that y value? What do I do? Put it into the equation. Does it matter which one, Steve? No. Okay, I am going to put it into the second one. Just because, well, I can.
And how do you get 23 again?
So 15 subtract a negative 8.
Oh, 15 subtract negative 8.
So sometimes when doing subtraction, you got to write those out on a scrap piece of paper. There's an electric pencil sharpener. You're the closest guy next to Eshar to the pencil sharpener. Can I reduce that fraction at all? Does 23 go into 208? Not really. Okay, so we're going to leave that fraction as big and as ugly as it is. We're going to leave that the way it is. And you guys know that this is 4 over 1, and when we multiply fractions, it's straight across the top, straight across the bottom. So I'm going to have 5x, and when we're adding fractions, what do they need? They need common denominators. So that means I'm going to have to times this one by 23 on the top and 23 on the bottom. Oof, what's 6 times 23? So negative 138 over 23 plus 208 over 23. I might need more room. I might need more room. I'm not done yet. I don't know.
Then you have to divide them.
You could use the other one. We're going to get the exact same answer. Well, then why didn't you? You did? Did you get the exact same answer? What did you get? Did you use decimals? Thumbs down to that.
What do you mean thumbs down?
So I'm going to divide by 5. Divide by 5. I'm going to write it like a divide by 5 symbol.
Finding a whole fraction. Numbers are easier to calculate.
That's an irrational number. You're going to get approximate. I'm going to get exact.
That's
Exactly.
enjoy your phone this morning. Good.
So we talked about dividing fractions. We multiply. We don't divide fractions. We multiply by the reciprocal. Oh, we can't see that. Did you?
Yeah.
Proud of you.
Do 14 divided by 23. That's exactly what I put.
That's exactly what you put?
Yeah.
If you do use decimals, ladies and gentlemen, you need to use all the decimals on your calculator screen throughout the whole thing. Okay, you good?
Yes.
It's good to practice with fractions though, because they will come up.
X equals 22 over 23.
No, it was 14 over 23. No. Okay, so this one, hi guys. This is the one I did in the video and then I ended up having to rearrange it, but I think the strategy that I used in the video will be really helpful here. Looking at this, what's the common denominator? 6. So if I want common denominators, if I want to eliminate denominators, I'm going to multiply every term by 6. So I'm going to get 12 over 3x minus 6 over 2y equals 24. You got a whole page here. You got a whole page to work. Is that hard to see?
Yeah.
Why is that hard to see? Is it small? Is it my writing's too small?
Well, your writing's beautiful.
Okay, so that's going to be 4x minus 3y equals 24.
Oh.
Can't be arithmetic. It's average survey.
What am I multiplying by?
You're multiplying it by the common denominator. I'm trying to get rid of the fractions.
What's the common denominator be? Oh, no.
What? There's
What
what?
the common denominator be?
6.
Why is it? What?
I don't understand why this is... You can do common denominators. Why is...
I thought we were doing all, like, common denominator of both.
Oh, no. We're going to eliminate it. It's an equation, so we can multiply all terms by 6, and it will go away.
I'm not going to make it.
Hey, just go with them. What's a common denominator here? 4. Well, 4 doesn't divide evenly into 2. So tops only. We're multiplying tops only. Okay, so now this is the exact same thing as the question before. So I'm going to let you guys do this. So these are your two equations. What are you going to eliminate, x or y? What are you going to eliminate, x or y?
X.
I would eliminate y in this one.
Well, I would honestly eliminate X.
Okay, then do x.
Why are we eliminating one?
Because if I eliminate y, I just have to get y to a positive 3. And so this is the only equation I'd have to multiply by. I wouldn't have to change this one at all. I was saving myself some work. But if you want to do x, do x. Okay, I'm going to freeze my screen. You guys are going to try to do this elimination. Oh, I guess eliminating x would work too. Good job. Go right ahead. Ooh, this one works out nice.
Just give me 1 second to understand it.
No, I don't think so. I'm going to keep going.
Yes. Should we eliminate X's?
Jonas did eliminate the x's, so that's what I did.
Exactly. You could those things to be Italian.
No problem. Because it worked just as well. I only had to multiply that second equation. I didn't multiply both of them. Ready? What? Okay, well, you never know. You might have to teach somebody in the bathroom.
I've never seen a game.
Oh, speaking.
So when you guys say you don't know what you're doing, you're done?
Not pretty much.
Well, you're either done or you're not done. You have an answer for X and you need an answer for Y. Do you have both of those?
I'm stuck.
I'm writing for a book list.
Did you finish?
I want step 2.
I'm recording.
Oh, okay. It's not bad, it's just...
Okay.
Apparently,
So if you're going to talk about any of them then.
Would it be... Is that where they would go?
The decimals? Oh.
I think, is it 0, 0, like it starts with,
You'll say, is your answer minus 14x plus 8y plus negative 82? Or can you repeat that?
so, 1, 2, 3.
Nope.
Yes?
Like that.
Weird. That's not what I put in for her yesterday. Like, on the check, it says this. It just says this number with not, like... That's what it says. It's coming out of this account with no decimals.
Okay, because this is what I would put in. Because this is a school board revolving account. Starts with 01, ellipse, and then your account number. Usually 101.
Weird. Okay. Here's just me.
Okay. All right, can I show you?
I knew it. I got the one. I think I got.
huh? Huh?
Okay, but did we get the same answers? There's lots of ways to do it, but did you get the correct answer?
Wait.
We're waiting.
Miss Dowling,
Mm-hmm.
if you want so if you want to eliminate the y, what would you have done?
If I wanted to eliminate the y,
Yeah.
I would have multiplied this equation
Yeah.
by a positive 3.
But the y is negative.
So I would have for my first equation 4x minus 3y equals 24. My next equation would be that,
Okay.
right? So I have a negative 3 and I have a positive 3. Nope.
Wait, so you don't multiply the top?
Wait, but how do you get a 6?
I didn't because I didn't need to.
Wait, how do you get a...
It's an actual question though. I'm based on why.
Because I could multiply the bottom by just 2, and it would give me this coefficient of 4. But if you did this by 2 or this by 4 and this by 2, you're going to get the exact same answer in the end.
I am?
Yep. There's so many ways to do this.
Wait, I have a, like...
Oh my goodness, I answered your question, bud. I times everything by 3. So what's 2x by 3?
2x times equals to 6.
Isn't that what you asked me?
Oh, so 12x plus 6y.
No. I'm adding these. So this is going to be 12x, negative 3 plus 3. Negative 3 plus 3, Rahat?
Oh, it goes to 0.
Yes. And if you don't get 0, then we have a problem because the whole point is to eliminate, right?
Yeah. One second.
That's not right because that's not 3.
Yeah, 0 meat.
Wait, 24 subtracted by 3 equals to...
I'm not subtracting though, bud. I'm adding.
Hold on.
No, we don't always subtract.
Wait, then when I start learning
So when the signs are the same, we subtract.
Oh,
When they're opposite,
we add.
we add.
Okay.
But this doesn't work. 4 plus 6. 4 plus 6 is not 12.
Yeah, 4 plus 6 equals to 10. 10x plus 0 equals to 10.
But that still doesn't give me the right answer. What did we do wrong? Everything?
1 second.
Okay, let's move on to the word problem. I'll come back and fix that one in a second. Okay, you ready?
I am, so we'll go do
Here we go. What are you doing with my phone?
Long story.
Do I want to know what
I
finger
don't
you
want
put
to
on it?
embarrass you. I don't want to embarrass you. All good. No,
Thank you.
It was in mommy's office.
Thank you, sir.
All right, no problem. See you.
See you. After this one's done, then you can go. Okay. You know what? I think we're gonna skip this question.
Actually?
Uh-huh.
Why?
Like for real?
For real.
No, but what was his brother?
Like, where's my house?
We're done for today.
So do you?
We're done. Just go, man. Don't dilly-dally. Just go. Don't look anybody in the eye. Okay.
It's like, Voldy's brother was
No, if you've done 7.1,